Let's talk about 2025, because in that one year, a company called Codatta didn't just have a great year, they might have completely changed the game for the future of AI. How? By rolling out a totally new way to get the one thing AI needs to survive, our data.
So this gets us to a really big question. We all know AI is powered by data, right? But for the longest time, the answer to who owns it has been pretty simple: a few giant tech companies. Well, Codatta is challenging that, and their answer starts by tackling one heck of a problem.
Okay, so to really get what Codatta did, we first have to understand the sheer scale of the challenge. I'm talking about AI's crazy, never-ending appetite for data. I mean, think about it. Every single time you use a chatbot that actually understands what you're saying, or an AI that creates some mind-blowing image from a few words, you're seeing the end result of that AI being trained on mountains, and I mean mountains, of data. The difference between a clunky AI and a revolutionary one, it all comes down to the quality and the sheer amount of that data. So, the big dilemma is, where do you get it all?
And this is exactly where Codatta's absolutely explosive 2025 comes into the picture. They looked at this data problem and didn't just see a challenge. They saw a massive opportunity to build something from the ground up, what they called the knowledge layer for AI. And boy, was the world ready for it.
Just get a load of this number. In a single year, they brought in over 19 million registered users. To give you some perspective, that's more people than live in a lot of countries. We're not talking about some niche little project here. This was a full-blown mass movement. But wait, it gets even better. Out of those 19 million, more than 1.2 million became verified beta contributors. Now, these aren't just empty accounts. These are real, active people building this new knowledge layer, one contribution at a time.
So, what did all those people actually build? Over 10 million separate data contributions. That is the real, tangible result of getting a global community fired up. The scale here is just, wow, it's staggering.
So, how on earth do you support that kind of insane, explosive growth? Well, you need a seriously powerful engine humming away under the hood, one that's built with both cutting-edge tech and some serious financial muscle.
Now, a huge part of their strategy was something called a TGE. To put it simply, this is just the official launch of their project's own cryptocurrency. It's the moment it became available to everybody, and that's what created the economic incentive that powers the entire system. What's so fascinating here is that you can see they got a huge stamp of approval from two totally different worlds. First, getting their token XNY onto massive exchanges like Binance and Kraken give them instant global reach. And at the same time, they locked down funding from major venture capital firms like Infrabutal, which shows that the big money investors had serious confidence in their vision.
And on the technology side of things, oh yeah, this was no garage startup. They built an industrial-strength platform from day one. Step 1, they used Alibaba Cloud to make sure they could handle millions of users without breaking a sweat. Step 2, they plugged into Chainlink's CCIP to connect across different blockchains. And Step 3, they used Iris and BNB Greenfield to store all that precious data in a secure, decentralized way.
And just so we're clear, that CCIP term I mentioned is absolutely crucial. Think of it like a universal translator for blockchains. It means Codatta isn't stuck on its own little digital island. This tech allows their whole platform to work across the entire Web3 world, which just massively expands their reach. All right, so we've covered the money and the tech, but the real secret sauce, the heart of the Coda story, is the people. It's the human element. The real innovation here was their incredible ability to mobilize a huge, passionate global community.
And their strategy for doing this was just brilliant. It was a perfect two-pronged attack. On one side, you have academic rigor. They partnered with a top-tier university, Carnegie Mellon, for a study and earn program. Super smart. And on the other side, pure grassroots power. They launched a massive campaign with Binance Wallet to get millions of everyday folks involved. It's that classic top-down, bottom-up approach, and it worked like a charm.
And if you want proof that their grassroots strategy paid off, look no further. A single campaign pulled in over 5.4 million engaged users. That number right there just shows you the incredible power you can unlock when you combine a big mission with the right incentives.
And this community wasn't just built online. Oh no. The Codatta team was a global force in 2025. They were on the main stage at all the biggest blockchain events on the planet. We're talking Singapore, Seoul, Taipei, London, you name it. They were out there building this movement face to face.
Okay, so they've got the community, they've got the tech, they've got the funding, they've gathered millions and millions of data points. But here's the billion-dollar question, right?
Is this data that's coming from all these people actually any good? Is it useful in the real world?
And the answer is a huge, definitive yes. This data isn't just collecting dust on a server, it's being put to work by some serious players. The AI giant Hugging Face featured their food science dataset. It's being used to power crypto intelligence with CypherOwl. It's training fashion AI with Gizmo, and it's fueling other decentralized AI projects. This is the proof, right here, that it works.
So, all of this brings us to the final and honestly the most important point of this whole story. Codatta's incredible success in 2025 wasn't just about them. It was about laying a completely new foundation for how we think about the future of AI.
This is the core idea, and they proved it. They showed the world that a scattered, decentralized community of human beings, when you organize and incentivize them the right way, can come together and create these amazing, high-quality data sets that the next generation of AI is starving for.
In this quote, this right here really gets to the soul of what they're doing. This is about building a system that's more fair, more equitable. In a world where our data is basically the new oil, their model says that the people who actually provide that resource, well, they deserve to be recognized, rewarded, and respected for it.
And that brings us full circle, right back to you. As AI gets woven deeper and deeper into our lives, the data that we all create becomes more and more valuable every single day. Codatta's model really forces all of us to stop and ask ourselves, what is my data really worth? And who do I want to be in control of it?